Hey everyone, Heather Earls here. Thanks for coming on today's episode. This week, like every week, I'll be talking about natural living and healthy tips that will get you to rethink how you live and what products or habits you can easily change to better your life. So let's get started. Hey everyone. Well, 'tis the season for canning and filling our cupboards with delicious preserves like grapes. Grapes are one of the most versatile fruits we enjoy in the late summer. You can eat them fresh, juice them, freeze them whole, or preserve them in jelly or jam. Now today we are going to preserve them in jelly form. This recipe is not complicated, but I will be posting lots of pictures on my blog, which is heatherearls.com/grapejelly, to ensure your success. So let's gather our grapes. Grape jelly recipe. This recipe is for a single batch. However, the pictures shown on the blog were for a triple batch. Now, items needed: 1 large pot, funnel, ladle, clean pint-sized jars, a small pot of water to heat your lids in rings, magnet, which is optional, canning tongs, dampened cloth, oven, large bowl to hold your measured sugar. Now, ingredients: you need 4 cups of Concord grape juice, which is about 3.5 pounds. I mixed Concord grapes with different kinds too, just so you guys know. And then you need 3 cups of sugar, 1 box of fruit pectin, and 3/4 cup of water. Now the directions. Wash your grapes. I place them in a bucket, add a capful of natural homemade soap, and fill the bucket to the top with water. The water will bring any bugs to the surface. You want to agitate with your hands, drain, and rinse. If need be, you can leave your grapes overnight in water. Now take your grapes off the stem once washed and place them in your large bowl. Clean your pint or quart-sized jars, then start warming them in hot water. Now turn your oven to the lowest setting. Be sure to prep your area with your rings, tongs, and magnet. This area is where you will set your jars after filling. Now turn your burner to medium-high and add 1/4 to 1/2 cup water for each quart prepared fruit. Cover and simmer until your grapes are soft. Once they are ready, you can press and strain them through a damp jelly bag, several cheesecloth layers, or a strainer. Discard the seeds and skin. I give them to my chickens. And you guys, I use the strainer method. Now at this point, the juice can be canned, which we are going to do. Or you can use fresh or freeze for later use. Now pour your strained juice back into your large pot and add your measured sugar, stirring until dissolved. Bring to a boil, stirring constantly. Then reduce heat, cover, and simmer for 10 minutes. Bring to a boil the small pot of water for your lids, then turn off the burner. Place all of your lids in and leave. You guys, you just don't want to put your lids in and boil the water, okay? It'll break down the seals. Now, while your grape juice is simmering, you need to prepare your fruit pectin. To start, pour the contents of 1 box/bag, because there's a bag in the box, into a 3/4 cup of cold water in your small saucepan. Then set your saucepan on the stove and bring it to a boil on medium heat, stirring constantly. Boil for 2 minutes and then remove from heat. Now dump the fruit pectin into your grape mixture and continuously stir until you have brought the contents to a full rolling boil. Stir for 1 minute and remove from heat. Now, sometimes you guys are going to notice there's foam on the top. You want to skim that foam off if necessary. Now ladle the hot grape jelly into hot jars until a 1/4 inch headspace remains. Be sure to replace the hot jar with a cool one in the heated water. Once the jar is filled, use your canning tongs and place it on your prepared area. Now wipe the rim off with your clean damp washcloth. Grab a lid with your magnet and seal it by placing and screwing on your ring until snug. Place your now filled jar of grape jelly into your warm oven. It's imperative to keep your jars warm until all of them are filled and sealed. Now, once all of your jars have delicious grape jelly in them, remove the jars from the oven and place them in your dishwasher. Turn your cycle to regular wash, heated dry. You can also use the added heat option if your dishwasher has it. When your dishwasher beeps, remove your jars, place them on the countertop, and cover with a towel for 24 to 48 hours. You will hear the lids pop when they have sealed. Another way to check is by pushing slightly down. If the lid moves at all, they have not sealed. Each jar is different in the time it will take. After 24 to 48 hours are up, check your lids. When you push down and there is no movement, you have a successful seal. Store in your pantry if sealed. If not, refrigerate and use right away. This recipe may seem daunting, but it is not. Give it a try and let me know of any questions you may have. You guys, this recipe is delicious and it works well on fresh bread. And then you dip your eggs with it. Oh, it's delicious. I think I'm going to have some tomorrow for breakfast. Anyways, happy canning, you guys, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks for listening to today's episode of Urban Wisdom and Natural Living. Tune in next week where I'll broadcast live every Monday morning at 8 a.m. If you miss it live, hold those tears and head on over to my blog, which is heatherearles.com. That's Heather, EARLES.com. There you can have 24/7 access or right here on iTunes. If you want to follow me on social media, you'll find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Have a healthy week.